Because marriage prevents you from fornication, from homosexuality, which are half of the evils of society. Only if you marry, you get an opportunity to be a father or a mother. Only if you marry, you get an opportunity to be a husband or a wife, which are very important duties in Islam. So irrespective whether you marry once or twice, you complete half of your religion. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, in Surah Rum, chapter number 30, verse number 21, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُم مَّوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً. And among His signs are that He created from among yourself mates, that ye live in tranquility, and He has put love and mercy between your hearts. Marriage is referred to as misaq, that is a sacred covenant. And in Islam, for marriage to solemnize, taking the permission of both the man and the woman, the would-be bride and bridegroom, is equally important. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, in Surah Nisa, chapter number 4, verse number 19, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا لَا يَحِلُّ لَكُمْ أَن تَرِثُوا النِّسَاءَ كَرْهًا. Oh, you who believe, it is not permitted for you to inherit a woman by compulsion. And our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, it's mentioned in Sahih Bukhari, volume number 7, book of Nikah, chapter number 43, hadith number 69. A woman by the name of Khansa bint Khadim approached the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, I have been forced by my father to marry a man whom I do not like. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he nullified the marriage. Therefore in Islam, taking the permission of both the man and the woman is equally important. And in Islam, we do not prefer calling a woman as housewife. Because if you analyze, housewife means that she is married to the house. And we do not consider in Islam a woman to be married to the house. We prefer calling her as a homemaker. She makes the home, she builds the home. So inshallah, from now onwards, I believe that the sisters, if they have to write their occupation in any form, instead of writing housewife, they will write homemaker. Because we do not consider you're married to the house. You are a homemaker. You make the home. You build the home. And in Islam, a woman is not married to a master to be treated like a slave. She is married to an equal and relationship that is of partnership. And if we analyze in Islam, the rights of women and men are overall equal. But in the aspect of leadership, man, he has a degree of advantage. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, in Surah Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 228, وَلَهُنَّ مِثْلُ الَّذِي عَلَيْهِنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَلِلرِّجَالِ عَلَيْهِنَّ دَرَجَةٌ. And the rights of a woman will be equal to that of a man, but the man has a degree of advantage. Many people, they have misunderstood this verse, that man has a degree of advantage. And they say that, you know, according to Islam and according to the glorious Quran, man is superior to the woman. And they quote the verse of the glorious Quran, الرِّجَالُ قَوَّامُونَ عَنْ النِّسَاءِ, that the man is the qawwam, he is superior to the woman. It is a verse in the glorious Quran. And Allah does say in the glorious Quran, in Surah Nisa, chapter number 4, verse number 34, الرِّجَالُ قَوَّامُونَ عَنْ النِّسَاءِ, the men are the protectors and the supporters of the woman. Qawwam comes from the root word iqama, which means to stand up. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that He has given the man 1 degree of additional responsibility. And it does not mean 1 degree of superiority of the man to boss over the woman. It means 1 degree of additional responsibility. And if you read the tafsir, the commentary of Tabari, even he says qawwam as 1 degree of additional responsibility for the man to support the woman. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, in Surah Nisa, chapter number 4, verse number 19, وَعَاشِرُوهُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ فَإِنْ كَرِهْتُمُوهُنَّ فَعَسَىٰ أَن تَكْرَهُوا شَيْئًا وَيَجْعَلَ اللَّهُ فِيهِ خَيْرًا كَثِيرًا. And treat your wife with the footing of kindness and equity. Even if you dislike her, you may not like a thing, but Allah may bring a good deal out of it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that we have to treat our wife with the footing of kindness and equity, even if you dislike her. We may not like a thing, but Allah may bring a good deal out of it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, in Surah Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 187, Hunna libasul lakum wa antum libasul lahun. They are your garments and you are their garments. The wives are the garments of the husbands, and the husbands are the garments of the wives. What is the purpose of a garment? The purpose of a garment is to conceal, is to beautify. The husband and wife, they conceal each other's faults and they beautify each other. Their role is like hand and gloves. Let's discuss the social rights of a mother in Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, in Surah Siraj chapter number 17, verse number 23 and 24, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِندَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَحَدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا فَلَا تَقُل لَّهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا وَقُل لَّهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا وَاخْفِضْ لَهُمَا جَنَاحَ الذُّلِّ مِنَ الرَّحْمَةِ وَقُل رَّبِّ ارْحَمْهُمَا كَمَا رَبَّيَانِي صَغِيرًا. And the Lord has decreed that you worship none but Him, and to be kind to your parents, whether one or both of them attain old age. Say not a word of contempt, nor rebel them. Do not even say off to them, but address them in terms of humility, and say, my Lord, have mercy on them, even as they cherished me in my childhood. You have to respect your parents, whether one or both of them attain old age. You cannot even say off to them, but you have to lower your wings of humility. And you have to say, my Lord, have mercy on them, even as they cherished me in my childhood. The glorious Quran uplifts a woman. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, in Surah Nisa, chapter number 4, verse number 1, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ الَّذِي تَسَاءَلُونَ بِهِ وَالْأَرْحَامِ. Respect the womb that bore you. Pregnancy uplifts a woman and does not degrade her. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, in Surah An'am, chapter number 6, verse number 151, and in Surah Isra, chapter number 17, verse number 23. وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. And be good to your parents. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, in Surah Luqman, chapter number 31, verse number 14, and in Surah Ahqaf, chapter number 46, verse number 15. وَوَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ. And we have enjoined upon man kindness to his parents, especially your mother. And the hadith of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam in Surah Ibn Majah, volume number 4, book of Jihad, hadith number 2781, as well as in Musnad Ahmed, volume number 3, hadith number 15538. فَالْزَمَهَا فَإِنَّ الْجَنَّةَ تَحْتَ رِجْلَيْهَا. Paradise lies beneath the feet of your mother. It does not mean that if you're walking on the road and if your mother, she steps on any muck or filth, that thing becomes paradise. It means that if you love your mother, if you respect your mother, if you are kind to your mother, you will inshallah enter paradise. And it is mentioned in Sahih Bukhari, volume number 8, book of Adab, hadith number 5971. جاء رجل إلى الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم وقال يا رسول الله من أحق الناس بحسن صحابتي؟ قال أمك. قال ثم من؟ قال ثم أمك. قال ثم من؟ قال ثم أمك. قال ثم من؟ قال ثم أبوك. رواه Bukhari. A man approached the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, who deserves most of my love, respect and companionship? Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, your mother. The man asked, who's next? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, your mother. The man asked, who's next? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, your mother. The man asked for the 4th time, who's next? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, your father. In short, 75%, that is 3/4 of a companionship of the children goes to the mother. And 25%, 1/4 of the companionship of the children goes to the father. In short, the mother gets the gold medal, she gets the silver medal, she gets the bronze medal. The father has to be satisfied with a mere consolation prize. These are the teachings of Islam. Let's discuss the social rights of a sister in Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, in Surah Tawbah, chapter number 9, verse number 71, وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتِ بَعْضُهُمْ أَوْلِيَاءُ بَعْضٍ. And the believers, men and women, are protectors of one another. And it is mentioned in Sunan at-Tirmizi, book of purification, hadith number 113. إِنَّمَا النِّسَاءُ شَقَائِقُ الرِّجَالِ. The women are the shaqaiq of the men. The word shaqaiq means half, as the world is divided into approximately half females and half males. And the other meaning is that she is your sister unless otherwise. The woman, she is your sister unless otherwise. Just because the social rights of women in Islam are equal to that of a man, what would you say? The woman's rights in Islam, they are modernizing or they're outdated.